Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Morning Leap session for Tuesday, April the 5th, 2016. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder and head moderator of Quantum Leap. Each morning we get together and pre-market and go through the macro to the micro of the market, the structure, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypothesis today. This is a subscription room, so I'll put up my contact information in just 1 second. Before I do, please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. Okay, so in terms of contact information, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog, this isn't a commercial venture, this is just a group of traders. We get together live in this go-to session pre-market, and then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the day. You will need a Skype account. We use Skype to chat back and forth, and the go-to to display charts. Send me a contact request at Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Of course, if you like this video, there's over 300 days of videos of these pre-market sessions on YouTube. Just go to Quantum Leap Futures. Search for Quantum Leap Futures. If you like what I do, follow me on Twitter at Crazy2. Okay, so yesterday, Monday after a trend day on Friday. We did have the week high on Friday. In Globex, they had taken it up in the Globex and went up and hit that high at 67 and 71.50, and then they'd come back down. We opened option in range and in value, and we are using this line right here, the 62.75 as a key line, warning line for getting short or getting long. And then we are looking for them to go out and break back out of the range and then go take out the overnight high they put in at 71.50, and then we still have those naked closes and naked VPOCs up there, and the microcomposite naked VPOC at 69.75. We were looking for a rotational day. They could not get outside of the range, and they basically just rotated and repaired the auction above, making a low at 54.25, and really, pretty tight range overall for the session. Overnight, we put in a week. We did put in a week low on that session. So we've got a week high that we put in on Friday, and then we put in a week low yesterday. Overnight was kind of interesting because we were expecting them to come down lower overnight, but they put this tech gap in. This gap right here, you can see it, between 55.75 and 56. And this is a trade that I actually like to take because it's very, very rare that this tech. In fact, I was talking to Hampton, and she actually did a study, whipped up a study last night, and there's a 95% probability that this gap will be closed. And I traded this. I actually traded off of the Mr. Sneaky, and I did get funded at 55.50 on my first shot at it, but I kept on taking shots at it right up until about 1 o'clock. Overall, I ended up up on the night, but the gap never got closed. And then overnight, we just, once Europe opened up, we really fell off and came down and created this lower distribution and tested the year open at 37.75. So we'll talk a little bit more about this, but before we get going into that, I always like to start my day the same way. I use a monthly, work my way down, basic candlestick chart, 9 EMA, 20 SMA. Want to see where we are within the trend in the different time frames. Great slope and separation for the last couple of years. Then we start seeing this consolidation and the violation of the trend, upward trend. January and February, we closed below the 9 and the 20, and then March we took it back, and so far in April we're holding, but we are seeing some weakness coming in overnight. Going to the weekly, you can see that very strong trend up, very parabolic move right there. Likely going to have to come back and close this technical gap. Where that's going to be, we're not sure yet, but the trend itself is still intact on the weekly. On the daily, you can see that the trend's been strong. Now we're getting the first challenge of the trend, and we're below the 9 right now on the daily. A test of the 20 will take us down into the 27. I'm actually watching that 26 level. I'll show you why. But we are seeing some weakness coming in the daily. On the 4-hour, you can see that we've rolled over and we're starting to get start of a downward trend. There is a naked cross up here at 20.55.75, but so far we do have the start of a trend here. Bit of a technical gap, big move pretty quickly on that 4-hour chart. Going to the 1-hour, you can see this is showing the downward trend much stronger, great slope, good separation, and price is paralleling the 9 pretty nicely on the 1-hour. 30-minute, same thing. Nice strong trend, a little bit of a challenge there, went up and tested the 9 and rejected, and then you get the continuation. So the trend on the 30-minute is down. There's a naked cross up here as well at 20.6750. Remember that Friday high was a weak high, so I don't think the top is in just yet, but we needed a pullback, and we're getting that pullback. And then on the 15-minute, you can see the same thing. Nice strong trend down. Tried to take it back and failed, and starting to get a continuation pattern. And then on the 5-minute, you can see that we came down. We're in this consolidation, but possible continuation pattern starting. So overall, as we move down in the time frames, we're seeing weakness coming in, but the larger time frame is still trending up. Taking a look at the structure, the big picture. Right now, we're still currently in this upper distribution of the value area of this microcomposite that ran from October through to the end of 2015, and we fell out of that balance beginning of January. Now we've worked our way back inside of this upper distribution. The key line in the sand is still the 2016 for a warning line down into the 08 to test the value area low, and then below that I'd be looking for a move down into the 06 and probably a test into the 1900s. But drilling down a bit, you can see that we had worked our way up, and we had found balance around this 20, 40, 50. That's the microcomposite VPOC for these 9 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're currently trading right back at that 40-50 and chopping around. Remember that our year open is 37.75. We've tested it overnight and rejected it, but it is going to be a key level for us today. Below that, and what's going to be our key line in the sand, is the 32.75. If we get below the 32.75, I'm looking for a bigger move down into this 25-26 area. You can see that we have a 3-day microcomposite down here at the 25.25 and 24.50 CHVN, with the 27 being the CLVN. So I'll be targeting this 27 area if we fail to hold the 32.75. Above us, we've got this 43.75. If we can get above that again, then I'm looking for 45.75, 49.75, and a eventual move back up into the 57 and the 6150 composite VPOC and the 6350 microcomposite VPOC. Next big target above the range that we're currently in right now is up here at 69. Most of the distribution is above this this 49 level, so that's going to be a key level to get above today. So taking a look at the overnight session, start moving our numbers over. Like I said, we've got this weird gap. You do not see a broken profile very often, but we got one from last night. We're currently trading 40.50, 40.75. Our overnight low is down at 37.75. And it's also our year open. We're chopping around the 40.50. Our overnight high is all the way up at 57.25, which is right near the close from yesterday at 57 and right at that microcomposite VPOC for the last 3 days. Our overnight VPOC is at 41.75. And then we have this LVN right here at the lower distribution at 46.50. So we're going to open out of range, out of value, and right in balance of the other VPOC, the microcomposite VPOC that we just opened up. So I'm anticipating that we're likely to have a very rotational open. I think we're going to test the overnight low and test the year open. This is going to be critical on whether or not we hold this. Our daily ATR right now, our 20-period ATR on the daily is running at 21.79. That puts our daily ATR target down here at 20.35.25. So it's extremely important that we do not break this 32 It's extremely important that we don't break this 32.75. So this is going to be a key line in the sand for me today. The reason being is if we get below the year open, the bears are going to get aggressive. Our daily ATR downside target is 35.25. And if we get below the 32, we've got a bigger chance of a trend day and coming down and testing some of these lower levels. And the lower levels, obviously, I'm targeting the 26 just in front. I'm actually going to move this up to 27, 27.25 to be exact. And then we've got the naked close here, or the naked VPOC at 25, and the microcomposite VPOC at 25, and then that CHVN at 24.75. A lot of stuff going on down here. And then below that, we've got the CLVN just below it at 22.75. Below there, I'd be looking for a move into this 19, and this 19 is going to be a target. And then our key support is that microcomposite LVN at 16. Anything below that, we're going to likely come down and test the value area low of the microcomposite, and then below that we've got targets at 675. The FOMC minutes at 2001.75, and then our weekly ATR target is down here now off of that 71.50 weekly high. Our ATR on the weekly is 73.25, and our weekly downside ATR target at 98 would probably be something to look for. Above us, we've got the 4650, and then we've got that 49.75. And then above that, I'd be looking for a move to close the gap, the range gap at 54, and inside of 54, a move to take out the overnight high and test the value area low up here at 57 and a quarter. Whoops. At 57 and a quarter and take out the overnight low. Our daily upside ATR target off the 37.75 is 59.50. We'll have to watch that, and then we get the 61.50, the 63. We did leave our VPOC up at that balance of the microcomposite VPOC in the longer term, and then our value area high is up here at 65.75. We still have that gap at 55.75 to target as well, and I'm going to use that as a target. Doesn't become very important because it's no longer Globex, but it is a repair of the auction. And then above the value area, I'd be targeting the 67. And then above the range, I would not be looking to short. I'd be looking for a move up into the 71, 72 and a quarter area. It's Tuesday, so it can be a turnaround Tuesday. My main hypothesis is chop on the open, a move down to test the year low, maybe dip below even to this 32.75, find responsive buyers, and then work our way back up through the gap, okay, and targeting the range close and that 57 to 55 to 57 area. That's my hypo 1. My hypo 2 is, we open up and we work our way back up and we fail somewhere between 49.75 and 54 and come all the way back down through and come down into this 25.26 target. That's hypo number 2. Hypo 3 is we get an open drive and the bears take over, and they chop around and then push it right through down into the 25.26 area and find responsive buyers down there, and then slowly work our way up and just chop around inside of the gap that we've got. So those are my main hypotheses. Taking a look at the Keltner, it's flat as flat can be, like you're just going sideways right here. Center line is at 41 and a quarter. A move up to test the upper line will take us up to 47. A move down to the lower line will take us down and test that ATR, daily ATR target to the downside at the 35.75 area. Expecting it to be choppy on the open. We do have some news at 10 o'clock. We've got 9:45, we've got final services PMI, and then 10 o'clock we've got ISM non-manufacturing, JOLTS, and IBD tip economic optimism. So we do have some the main one will be this ISM non-manufacturing PMI, expected at 54.1. Previous was 53.7. So just be careful on the open and wait for one side to show their hand before you commit to risk, and keep your risk tight today because it could get very, very whippy. That's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.